Okay, I'm an MD, I'm not a PhD. I'm a lawyer. So when I go to court about vaccines, I have to prove things with real evidence. I need good evidence. I don't get to just say stuff. I don't get to appeal to my credentials. Okay, how do I prove it? Starts with clinical trial data, because everything after licensure is almost all retrospective epidemiological studies, and those, they say, can never show causation. You roll into court with those, they're like, well, that's just correlation. You can't prove anything with that. And by the way, it's not even like there's a mountain of that stuff. If you go to PubMed and you wanted to research the safety of any particular childhood vaccine, you're not going to find a lot of studies. I know they say these most robustly studied products, but there's what they say, and there's a reality to the state of the science. So bringing this all the way back.
And the reality is that they're just not studied very closely.
And this polio vaccine is a great example. And as well as the other two petitions they took issue with in the news recently. So in this one petition, here we are, right? 20-something years later, we've got this explosion of chronic health in our children. And the manufacturer of this product, this was a novel product at the time, the manufacturer's product, 20-something years later, still needs immunity to liability? You still don't know it's safe enough to lift that? Really? It's been how many years? Right? So merits really looking into. Look at the clinical trial. Like I said, on behalf of ICANN, we FOIA'd the FDA for all the clinical trial reports. We sent them letters. We did everything we can to give them an opportunity to show us it's more than 3 days with no control, because that is not believable. Meaning, if you had said to me, you said, Aaron, come up with the most nefarious thing you can come up with about vaccines. Like, just go crazy. I wouldn't even dream of saying that to you, because nobody would believe it. It sounds crazy, but it's right there. It is the reality. And so we filed a petition that I think if anybody in America read, if you didn't read the headline of the New York Times, but instead read the actual petition, you'd be like, oh, that's very reasonable.